Hello, this is Anthony Perlotti, Director of the Cuyahoga County Board of Elections, with an election update for the November 5th presidential election. The three items I want to briefly discuss today are the vote by mail ballot application deadline, returning your vote by mail ballot, and reporting election results on election night. The vote by mail ballot application deadline for the November 5th election is passed. The deadline was 8:30 p.m. on October 29th. Please note, applications received on October 29th are actively being processed, and a ballot should be placed in the mail on October 30th. The U.S. Post Office takes 3 to 5 days to deliver mail. There are still two methods for voters to cast a ballot in the November 5th election. Early in-person voting is available daily from October 30th through Sunday, November 3rd, per the posted schedule. And of course, polling locations will be open on Election Day, November 5th, from 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. I encourage voters to visit the board's website at boe.cuyahogacounty.gov to check the location of their polling location, as some have changed addresses since the last presidential election. If you already have a vote-by-mail ballot at your home, please make it a priority to promptly return it to the Board of Elections. Many Cuyahoga County voters return their ballots through the U.S. Postal Service. The postage cost to mail your ballot is $1.01. Most voters use 2 forever stamps, and that is sufficient to mail your ballot back to the board. Ballots returned through the mail must be postmarked on or before November 4th. Please pay attention to the mail pickup times on the mailbox you utilize, and postal employees are glad to postmark your ballot if you take it to the service counter inside the post office. Already, over 121,000 Cuyahoga voters have returned their vote-by-mail ballot to the Board of Elections. There are still over 50,000 Cuyahoga voters who need to return their ballot, so please don't delay. If you choose not to use the post office, you can drive your ballot to the board's office at 2925 Euclid Avenue and place it into the secure ballot drop box located in the board's parking lot that is open 24 hours a day through 7:30 p.m. on November 5th. Also, bipartisan teams of board employees are collecting ballots during the day per the schedule located on the board's website, again, at boe.cuyahogacounty.gov. Cuyahoga voters are excited to view election results on election night. The results posted across the state on November 5th are the unofficial election results. Unofficial results include the tabulation of early in-person ballots, vote-by-mail ballots received by the Board of Elections through the mail on November 5th or by November 5th, ballots deposited into the secure ballot drop box by 7:30 p.m. on Election Day, and the regular ballots cast at the polls on Election Day. What is not tabulated and included in the unofficial results are provisional ballots cast and timely postmarked vote-by-mail ballots received by the board in the 4 days following Election Day. I want to stress that these ballots will be tabulated during the official certification process and will be reported as part of the official results for the presidential general election, and this will occur on November 20th. This is nothing new and what happens in every election. Board of Election staff often are asked why it takes so long for Cuyahoga County to report results on election night. The simple answer is the large size of our electorate, almost 900,000 voters, and the due diligence and integrity measures in place to ensure an accurate vote count. On election night, ballots from 289 polling locations need to be delivered to the board's office. This is accomplished with law enforcement and bipartisan teams of employees loading and unloading materials from over 75 transport vans. These vans typically begin to appear at the board's office around 9 p.m. and keep coming until the last van is unloaded around 11 p.m. The over 1 million ballot sheets received from the polling locations need to be organized and inventoried. It takes a few hundred employees to complete this task. There are numerous checklists to follow, layered approaches of checks and balances in the ballot account procedures, and extremely tight controls on the personnel involved who work on reporting results. There is about a day's worth of work that is completed on election night after the polls close. The Board of Elections motto when it comes to tallying ballots is accuracy over speed, and that is something we will not compromise on. Please be patient, know that nothing is amiss, and there are hundreds of employees working hard election night to provide you with Cuyahoga County election results that you can count on. Thank you, and we look forward to your participation in the November 5th presidential